Hello friends, today is the fourth day of Flutter and from today onwards we will implement the app part. So before beginning of the app implementation, first of all you should know what is widget, as whenever you will implement Flutter you will come to know that in Flutter everything is widget. That is, when you are creating an app, everything which you are seeing on the screen is a widget. So like if you have created one text and position it into the screen, then that text is also a widget. If you are implementing a button, then that button is also a widget. So whichever elements you are using to put it into your app, that whole elements are called to be as a widget in Flutter. So there are basically two types of widget. First one is stateless widget and second one is stateful widget, or this both state is also covered in state management. That there are basically two state, stateful and stateless. So in what is about stateless? So whenever you are creating one page in which there will be no change in future, like if uh, the, uh, if a page is there, in that you are only printing one statement, hello world, or your name, then user are not going to interact with this page and there will be no changes in that page. So that page will be called, or that page will be implemented using stateless. While if you want your user to if you want user to interact with your page, then that page uh, should be extended with a stateful widget, so that whenever user interact with that page, either by entering some text in the text field, either by clicking on button or something else, so that implementation will be covered in stateful. That means user can interact and the values of that page can be changed. So that was all about stateful and stateless. Now the second one is material app. So material app is all responsible for the design which you are going to create on your page, and along with this material app, one also design available from Google is Cupertino. This both are responsible for designing your page. Now Cupertino is a widget which provides text field icons, very similar to iOS parts. That is, if you are creating a normal button in Android, then it looks will be different as of the button available in iOS. So iOS design is provided by Cupertino, and normal material design is provided by this material app. Now the third one which we are going to see is scaffold. Now scaffold is the base of our app, or we can say whatever we are going to see in our app will be in scaffold. So let's jump to the implementation of our first app. So we will open our IDE Android Studio. So now we have to create a new Flutter project. So for that you can click on this button, that is start a new Flutter project. So on clicking this, you have to select Flutter application. Just click on next. Now give the app name or project name which you want to give, day 1. Here you have to specify the path in which you have downloaded or specified the Flutter SDK. So I am specifying the path, as I am having my Flutter SDK inside C directory of SRC folder. So just select the path. Now you can click on next. You can also change your project location, and you can also give some description to your project. So just click on next. Here you can change your package name of the project. So if you want to change the package name, you can change from here. Now just click on finish. So this will create a Flutter project inside which a sample app will be provided by Flutter. That app is of a kind of a counter app which specify whenever you click button, the counter will be incremented. So this is the sample app provided by the Flutter. So whenever you will create a new project, this sample app will be opened. So if so you can implement your project inside this, or you can change the whole structure. Now before starting the implementation of our fresh project, let me show you the output of this sample app available by the Flutter. So just connect your virtual device. You can create your virtual device by clicking on this button, or by going from tools to the AVD manager. Same thing will be open. So here I am having two virtual device. So if you are not having any virtual device, you have to first of all create virtual device. After that you can connect your virtual device to Android Studio. So just launch the AVD in the emulator. Now this virtual device is starting. Here the process is mentioned. So here is our virtual device. So now we can run our this sample app by clicking on this run button. So this app will be run inside this virtual device. Before that, let me change the Gradle version, as I am not having the 5.6.2 Gradle version. I am having 5.6.1 Gradle version. So now you can run this sample app. So this app will be having one app bar that will be having this title Flutter demo, and uh, inside that you will be having some text like you have pushed the button this many times, and one floating button will be there at the right bottom corner. So this launching of the app or running of the app will take some time. So for that, up till that, let me show you the structure of this. Now, as I have mentioned earlier, in that also we have to first of all create one main function, as compiler will check for this function and will start its execution from this function. Now here the main function is created. Inside that we have mentioned one function, that is run app. Now this is the function which is responsible for running our app in the physical or virtual device. Inside that I have mentioned one class, that is my app. Now this my app is extending stateless widget. Why? Because we are not going to change the state of the page. That's why we are using stateless widget. Now after that, we are having build function. So this build function is responsible for building the page layout inside our app. Now what we are doing, we are returning material app. Now I have mentioned that material app is responsible for designing our app. Now this material app is providing various features, or we can say various properties. So we can implement or we can add so many widgets inside our app. So the first property is title. So by mentioning title, we can give the title to our app. After that, we are having the second property as theme. We can mention the theme of our app. Like if we want dark theme or light theme, if we want to change the color of our app theme, that thing we can implement by using this theme data function. Here I have just changed the primary sketch color to blue. That is the top app bar will be having blue color. Also I can specify. So here you can see various properties are available inside this theme data. So you can take any, if you want to change the color of any of this, you can take or you can use that property. So our app has run, and now we can see the sample app which is available inside our virtual device. So our project is syncing. Up till then, let me show you that this third property is home, which specify the home page, the front page of our app, and this page will contain the title of Flutter demo home page. So this is our home page which is having this title Flutter demo home page. Now if you want to change the title of this home page, you can change like this. Now just Control S or just click on this hot reload. Now what is this hot reload? As I have already mentioned this feature in the first video of this event. So this hot reload will only reload or will take the changes which we have made. So I have just changed the text of this title property, so only this thing will be changed, and the hot reload will take in just few seconds. So just click on just enter Control S and this will reload your app. Now you can see the title of this home page has changed to day 1. So I can also change, just add app day 1 and just hit Control S, and this will reload our page and will change the title of our app. So on reloading or on hot reloading our app, only the changes made in a particular property will be load, not the entire app. So uh, as I have entered Control S, so this build will be called on clicking this hot reload feature. Now this was the title of our home page or page. After that, I have created this home page, or the predefined sample is having one class named my homepage. Inside that we are passing the title as app day 1, and inside this class we are creating one constructor my homepage, and we are taking the parameter of title, and this title we are passing to our app bar. So this was whole about the sample app provided by Flutter. I will explain this whole property in deep. So just what is the output of this app? Here is the output of this app. So on clicking this button, this counter 0 will be converted to 1. After that it will be converted to 2. So here is the output. On clicking this, the counter is incremented by 1, again it is incremented by 1, again it is incremented by 1. So this is the sample app provided by Flutter. So we don't want this whole thing, so just Control A and just delete it. Now first of all, before starting any implementation of any class, we have to create void main function, as our compiler will start for looking this function. So this is the main function. Now you can specify this function by using curly bracket, as we do in other language program also, or you can use this arrow symbol. So normally I use curly braces. Now before using any widget of Flutter, we have to import the material design package for implementing or using any widget of the material design. So first of all we have to use the function of run app, as we are going to run our app. Now before that, let me create a stateless. So on writing st, you are having several uh, examples that you can use stateless or stateful widget. So here is the stateless widget. Just you have to write your class name. So I have mentioned the class name as my app, so I have to use it here. So you can see when I have used the run app function, this Cupertino package is imported. Similarly, I can also import material design package by mentioning this material.dart package. Now also you can remove this. We can use any of this design. So I am going to use material design. So first of all, we are going to print hello world. So for that, what we have to do, we have to just create a widget of text. Inside that, just we have to write hello world. Now just hit Ctrl S. Okay, this is showing error as the root of our widget tree can't be text. That's why we are having this error. Also, you can run your app by clicking on this. So as you are uh, having one green circle, this is showing that on clicking this, our app will be restarted. So on clicking this, our app will restart. This will take also few seconds to restart our app. So just change this text, as we are going to use material design. So I am using material app. So this material app is providing various widgets in which we can use for make our app attractive, or for making our app very using very much features of widget. So this material app is providing this many features. You can use any of that. So I am going to use the title feature. So just write title and okay, just specify the title. Inside this title, this is the title of the app, not the home page. So if you are providing anything here, it will not shown to us. Now we are creating one home page. So for that, I am going to use scaffold widget directly. So just create this scaffold widget. So this scaffold widget is also providing us very much features. You can see the name of the properties provided by this scaffold widget. So I am going to use the property of app bar. So this is the app bar. Now you have to use the app bar function. Inside that, you can give title to your app bar. Inside this text widget, that is day 1. So this will be the title of our app. Now after that, we whatever we are going to see inside this our page, that will be the base created by this scaffold. So now we have mentioned the title of our scaffold or of our page. After that, we have to create the body of our app. So for that, I am using the property of body. Inside that, I am creating one center widget, and inside that, we have to create one child of this center widget, and I am going to use text as a child of this center widget. So we can write text hello world. Now just enter Control S. This will reload our page. So here is the title of our app bar, that is day 1. So you can see that title which we have mentioned in this material app title is not available here. Why? Because this is the title of our app, not the title of our page. So the title of our page is day 1, and we have created one center widget. Because of that we are having our text in here in center. If I will remove this center widget, then on directly using this text widget, this text will be available in the left corner of this body. So just Control S. Now you can see the hello world is available in the top left corner of our body. So for having this text at the center, you can wrap it into the center widget. So just Control S, and you can have your text as at the center. So this is all about material app and scaffold. Now you are having various properties of scaffold and material app, which you can which properties are also mentioned in the documentation of the Flutter. So from there you can get the documentation of the properties available for the Flutter. So in this I have used the app bar property, body property. So this app bar is by default in horizontal bar part, and which is available at the top of our scaffold widget. This was the first property, that is app bar, and the second property available is the body part, which is the whole body under this app bar property. Now after that, whatever we want to display in our app, we can specify it inside this body part, and whatever we want to whatever we want to use in this top part of the of our app, we can specify it inside the app bar. Like I have specified the title property. Similarly, I can specify some icons also. Like in leading, I have created one icon widget. Inside that I am mentioning icon dot home. So this will create one icon of home at the left side of the title. Similarly, we can also add trailing. Okay. So we can also add different actions icon theme. So these are the properties available for this app bar function. So the second property is body property. It is the other primary and required property of this scaffold widget, which will display the main content in the scaffold, and it signifies the place below the app bar, and the text is at the center, as we have used the center widget. Now the other properties that are available for this scaffold widget are drawer, floating action button, and background color. We can also change the background color of this scaffold. Like we can use this background color property, and we can mention the color, like colors dot light blue, ashen, or yellow. So this will okay So this is showing some error. We can mention like this. If we are going to use colors dot yellow, then we can use this, and inside the color function we can mention the hexadecimal code or RGB code of the color. So just enter Control S. So this will change the color of the body part of our app. And if we want to change the color of our app app bar, we can specify that color inside this app bar function. So I'm going to use black 12 color, and so this will change the color of the app. So I have mentioned all the color as, so let me use this gray color. So here is the color of our app bar is black color, and the color of our body is gray, and inside that we are having one text at center which is having color black by default. We can also change the color of this text by using the style property. So I will uh, explain this property in the later part of this event. So this was uh, a fifth property of this scaffold widget. Now we can also have the persistent footer button, bottom navigation bar, navigation bar, and drawer resize to avoid bottom seats. Very much properties that are available for this scaffold widget. So for that you can refer the official documentation of Flutter.